Americans aren't racist against anyone. There's not a plurality of Black Americans that...
Stop it, okay? The world doesn't hate us. First of all, the world loves our culture. So when we travel, we go places, they may have never met a Black American, but they know our singers and dancers and they love them. So what we generally find is that we're welcomed because they're like, oh, hey, I love this singer, I love this jazz, I love this, I love that. Oh, tell me about Michael Jordan, da-da-da-da-da, or Beyonce, she's one of my favorite singers. It's a cultural exchange. We have cultural exchanges because we have such a rich culture that's well beloved. Now, and we're also American. So do not destiny stop with Africans. You can't just say Black people. Yes, around the world, they like our stuff. But if you take what this woman said, who is of Ethiopian American, you're going to think the world hates us. The world does not hate us. Now, if you go to certain parts of the world, Africans get treated a certain way in those countries, but African is not American. Africans in most countries, they have immigrated, and immigration's political. With immigration, you think, oh, they're for illegal immigration. There's too many illegal immigrants. They keep coming. They get on our welfare benefits. A lot of political mess people have against illegal immigration. Look at illegal immigrants here. And then too, for legal immigration, their look is, oh, so now you're in my college and trying to get a job. I'm trying to get a job and I live here. We didn't ask you to come. In both ways, it's a politicalized charged event that builds resentment. And also, you didn't build a country where we want to go visit. So it's like, you couldn't do that. Now you want to come and take from us. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the reality. But the most we experience is prejudice, not racist. We're really going to have to get racism, prejudice, white supremacy together. At the most I experience outside of America is prejudice. They might assume that I'm African. And then when they speak, they hear I'm American. They're like, oh, I don't have any problem with that group. They're not a illegal immigrant. They didn't do anything to me. In fact, I like their music. So if you take her, so don't destiny swap with Africans. So if you took her, you're like, everyone hates us. You're traveling around the world thinking everyone hates us. Or you're not leaving because you think everyone hates us. And the reality is, by those who travel who are Black American, no, Africans have an issue. At the most I might experience is prejudice. But for the most part, they're really just excited to talk to me about my very rich culture because it's touched their hearts. And it's a rich heritage and lineage. And I'm excited to talk about it. It's my culture. I know it intimately. From the 1920s all the way up until now, even historic. So, you know what I mean? But you thinking, this African person told you they all hate us, and now you think they all hate us. But the reality is every single Black person, Black American is like, nah, dude, when I travel, I love it. Yeah, I experience some prejudice in other places, but nowhere near the same as the racism and white supremacy in this country, which is just foul and cruel. America's foul and cruel, right? So don't destiny swap with Africans. They want you to. Because people have a problem with them, they want you to have a problem with them too. But we don't move that way. We don't move the way they do. We haven't fled any other countries. We don't leave at all. People are looking at us like, why not? We work together, we fix it. We're like, we're going to do this, we're going to organize this, we're going to fix this. And not just that, people have respect for what we've done. I know in France, I'm always talking about James Baldwin and Malcolm X because they read on what we've done to get inspiration and understanding of how system and power works and how to tackle it if you have an oppressive power against you. And that's racism, an oppressive systemic power. And people learn from ours because we don't have to leap to get a job. Maybe in the future with Trump, who knows? But up until 2025, we don't have to flee to get a job. We don't have to flee to go to a good college. We don't have to do any of that. We've made it. We have HBCUs that are amazing, spitting out doctors and lawyers and professionals. Okay? Presidential candidates. Okay? So, stop it. At the most we experience prejudice. Don't let Africans destiny swap with you, making them think everyone hates us, when it's like, nah, son, y'all move a certain way. Y'all are looked at it a certain way because of your actions. We're looked at a certain way from our actions. I stand on our actions. I stand on our culture. I stand on our actions. I stand on what we built. Because at the end of the day, can no one say we don't A, love being Black, and B, we don't have to necessarily, we don't have to, most Black Americans don't even leave. So we're not that political pressure. Do you see what I mean? So don't destiny swap with Africans, okay? We are not hated around the world. Actually, our culture is well beloved. We might be the first person they've met from that person because Black Americans just be staying in the States. So it's like rare. So yes, at the most prejudice, but prejudice is easy to overcome, not systemic racism. Okay? Stop it.